Давайте сегодня весь К3 побегаем, да? Посмотрим, до куда дойдем. Вчера было довольно интересно. Э,
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
ага.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated
У него с
schizophrenia.
глазами.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Мимика тут, конечно, мое почтение.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
О, мы в том доме.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Это же тот дом, да? Это мы на острове, который затонул.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
О, как-то полегче стало.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here
А,
right
нет.
now. Jack
Блин, ну,
took them out
я
for a
подумал,
fishing trip.
типа,
Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
наверное... А, да, это же клиника на том же озере стоит. То есть
I
нам же вначале
encourage
говорили.
creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Ага.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions,
мы сюда
unusual
попали?
thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more
Блин, можно
sense
тут
than
как-то,
the
я не
insane
знаю,
supernatural conspiracy
можно
you've
менять
concocted in
плечо,
your
а я
mind?
не знал. На
You're a
так.
skeptic by nature,
Прикольно.
Alan. We both know this.
Полезно, а то
Everything
не
can be
всегда удобно на
explained
самом деле.
logically.
Ну, на 5-м часу игры я узнал, как это работает частью. За гранью тени, где ты ютишься, сверкает чудо. Тизи. Память о близком друге и поэте. Тизи. Опять Тизи.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Опа.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that,
Ага.
we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Если модельки вы все-таки не рисовали разные.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson.
Ага.
We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get
some
him to the head.
small creative effort, which
What?
makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Дурка как. Прямо
Come, Alan, this
понимание.
way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Ага. О, эти два деда.
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the
Это?
face of the earth.
And
Night
these
Springs.
two
Это то
are
шоу,
the
да, по
Anderson
телеку? Night
brothers,
Springs.
Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Ну, это Один, это Тор, я такой не
No,
знаю.
that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to
Чего его
write.
так
It
трясет?
really is for the best. Don't you think?
Вообще так все трясет. Это оператора трясет.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
Ясно.
All down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Все, страница.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Ну,
My
Зейн
head
это
was
Дизи.
flaring up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too.
Ты Джон
the
Вик на него
damn
добрался?
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought. The hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off.
Там
This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're
Криповая
a
картина.
creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy.
Э,
And you
молоток.
let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Ясно.
So
Ладно.
tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Он медведь. Чё, глаз? Кто это? Так, а куда мне?
Good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Это не надо.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Ну, боже. Ладно. Подозрительно, конечно, все.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Интересно, куда ведут эти QR-коды? Потому что это, ну, не первый, который я встречаю за игру.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
А, ключ нужен.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Что, дверь нельзя закрыть?
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Так, ну допустим. Нет, не сюда.
Afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast.
Что у вас там происходит?
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Да, страницу.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Так, Барри где-то здесь.
Back door, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
Мы, кстати, читали о том, как Тор стукнул ее. В прошлой главе я находил страницу про это. А ну-ка. Нет? Надо было проверить. Интересно стало.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ты чё там спрятался?
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I
Эй,
mean,
пройти.
no. The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much.
О, пистолет. Хорошо.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh,
Al, let's just...
Joe! Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely
Ему тоже
wonderful.
нужна рукопись.
Your ability and mine.
Ну началось. Воу-воу-воу-воу.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Воу-воу-воу-воу. Понял. Да в смысле? А, надо зажать, ничего себе. Черт. Так, ну нужен генератор, я уверен. Ага. Может быть, он временно работает, так что надо побежать. Скорее. Да. Ракета. Поможет, надеюсь. Окей.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Во-во-во. Опять? Да. Понял. Ау. А куда? А, надо, чтобы он выбил, понял. Окей. Кофе. Мне надо кофе забрать. Сейчас, секунду. Серьезно. И фонарик. Капец. Плохая позиция. Ну как же долго восстанавливается. Ух, не люблю эти штуки. Патронов вообще нет. Через лабиринт, да. Что ж может случиться плохого в лабиринте-то? Понял. Предупреждение, что враги здесь есть. Наверное. Воу. Выскочил из ниоткуда просто. Окей. Не доверяй Эмилю. Кто такой Эмиль, я не помню.
Paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Мы пойдем на ферму к тем двоим. Я правильно понял? Окей. Воу. Какие шустрые. Я аж вздрогнул от того, как он на меня выскочил. Быстрее. Ух. Может, можно было и не тратить ракетку. Это док? Это был док, которого мы в той комнате закрыли, когда тьма налетела. А еще и вороны. Ау. Эй. Странно это. Блин, я думаю, я поднял ракетницу. Ладно, я в последний раз вроде навел нормально на ворон, но им вообще плевать было. Ого. Держи. О, с воронами разобрались. Был он какой-то особый. В том плане, что его даже ракетница не шотнула. Может, я, конечно, как-то не так попал. Но крепкий очень. Интересно. И он еще меня тьмой впритык как-то стукнул. То есть он заблочил мой фонарик и пошел на него. Патронов не так уж и много. То есть, если на меня парочку таких громил кинут, я не смогу с ними нормально ничего сделать.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Блин, а что с ней случилось? С женой. Как понимаю, мы все еще будем с воронами сражаться. Воу. Прямо из кустов выскочили. И этого я не ожидал. Ворота местные, конечно, такие странные. И персонаж еще какое-то время по инерции движется, и ты не можешь нормально развернуться.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Ему руку отрубят? Что? Ну, типа, мир взорвался, это потому что очень больно стало. Эмиль заставил Тома сделать это. Знал бы я еще, кто такой Эмиль. Вот, правда, не помню. Может, я его и не встречал. И других нет. Хорошо. Я еще пока болтал, не обратил внимания, что патрон поднял. Не перезарядился нормально. Блин, ну по-любому с воронами еще придется сражаться. По-любому. Ну, хоть дробовик дают зарядить. Я так понимаю, там, где знак вопроса, это я еще не читал, да?
Followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his
Это
reach.
как меня выловили из озера.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Ладно. Опа, а кто это? А, наш Барри, дружище. Идем. Я его по куртке узнал.
Al! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Ой, начнется сейчас, да?
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Дожали просто. Да, алло. Аккуратно, надо... Главное не дать им тебя окружить. Начало не самое приятное, потому что они по бокам залезли, и я ничего не смог сделать. Я еще отвлекался на то, что там вороны, по идее, должны на меня нападать, потому что там стая вроде как летает. Ох, еще один пришел. А, даже не один. Ого. Чего вас так много, а? Я понял, валим. Боже, ты эту штуку с собой таскаешь.
Come back soon sign. We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Хорошо, что я решил проверить, не открыл ли он. Потому что он там что-то говорил, но я думал, может, это просто подсказки. Насчет того, где враги.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
Ну, конечно, мы так спокойно не доедем. Ох ты ж.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Балдеж, блин.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Хватит отбирать у меня оружие и фонарик.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
У него есть сигнальная ракета.
Yeah!
Barry, are you
О,
alright?
хорош.
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Он забавный. Еще он мне Билла Мюррея
You're gonna have
напоминает.
to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Ладно, нужно найти фонарик. Да хватит. разобрались. Кое-как. Мне не сюда, но может быть здесь что-то полезное будет. Ну, как минимум здесь страница.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ничего. Ну, на самом деле эти страницы интересно читать. Как минимум ты с другой перспективы некоторые вещи узнаешь. Да, вы... Что за байты на кофе, а? Серьезно. Сейчас помру. Блин. Уклонение тут, конечно... Против этих штук я не совсем понимаю, как уклоняться. Вот именно уклоняться. То есть... Пока что самая рабочая тактика — это найти что-то, во что они врежутся, пока будут в тебя лететь. Спрятаться за чем-то. За страничкой. Звуки от них еще такие жуткие. Возможно, я просто слишком тороплюсь. Тележки эти. Черт, надо бежать. Самые неприятные враги для них. А, нужно включить этот фонарь, я понял. Кабель идет внутрь, но, возможно, сверху тоже что-то есть. А, вот генератор. Хорошо.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Nightingale придет. А, там можно повернуть его, да? О, как его шатает. Ну, я понял, она ненадолго. Ничего нет? Ага. Чего?
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Ну, хоть фонарик есть. Никому не верь. In the dark. В темноте. В темноте никому не верь. Что, где? Капец. Давай, давай, давай. Хо-хо-хо. Успел. Мне повезло, что они как-то не попали по мне. Каким-то чудом. Ух. Батарея, кстати, тоже не густо. Поэтому, пожалуй, постараюсь экономить.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Ага. О, хороший фонарик. И это хорошо. Интересно, а третий вид фонарика нам дадут? Бывает ли он тут?
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Ладненько. Ох ты ж.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Ах, за что?
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it
Ну
would
это
finally be
Томас
free.
Зейн, да? Скорее всего. Если темная сущность это его возлюбленная, то Свет и вот этот чувак в водолазном костюме это Томас Зейн, Тизи, который. Тупо это, конечно. О, впервые не попал в скиллчек.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Ну? Одержимые, наполненные тьмой. Или что-то в этом духе. Написано. А мы уже
The
видели
storm
эту
raged
надпись.
on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Ладно. Ну-ка, могу я по этому дереву подняться наверх? О, там кофе. Припрятано. Ау. Интересное место для... Ладно. Я надеялся, что тут будут какие-нибудь ресурсы, но, видимо, обойдусь. Какие? Начинается. А ну-ка, можно их загнать? Ты... Как там, если можно, то это не очень удобно. На самом-то деле. Воу. Слышали, блин, шаги? О. Давай. Ах ты ж. Пошли нафиг. Ух, топор, блин, прилетел. Конец. Где он тут? Катился.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here?
Чужой свет.
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Что за... Что тут происходит?
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. Not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Так. И в окно, да, выпрыгнул? Вау.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Ага. Вот как мы сюда попали. Он себя вписал в сюжет. В целом ожидаемо. Тихо ты.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Тень от молота осталась или от топора? Ладно.
The front door was locked.
А как мне забрать страничку?
Farm was still a good
Понял.
distance away. I'd need a
Зачем
car
было
to get
закрывать
there
дверцу?
fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Ладно. Это... Я так понимаю, надо ехать.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made this for myself.
Как же мне
Barry
занесло.
was Barry.
Я думал, все под контролем, пока задней части не задел. Так, ну я понимаю, что мне на ферму, но давайте посмотрим, что здесь. Полуоткрытый мир, вплетенный просто потому что... Чтобы, наверное, не так часто перепрыгивать загрузочными экранами. О. Охотничье ружье это мне надо.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning, at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Ага. Ну, винтовку нашли. Это хорошо, она мне больше нравится, чем дробовик. А ты куда собрался? Да, винтовка круче, чем дробаш. Как минимум круче, чем двухстволка. Там домик еще был. Куда заехать? Я думал, что я буду возвращаться в домик. Но, видимо, нет. Понял. Хорошо. О, гранаты. Ау. Гранаты мне не помешают. Я отсюда вижу, там что-то мигает. Это кофе? Ау. Спокойно. Спокойно. Все нормально. Я так понимаю, если бы я спускался от вышки, я бы сюда же и выехал. Блин, нельзя выбить. Так спокойнее будет, я думаю. Найс, я на крышу выпрыгнул. Ё-моё. Нет, ну вообще я могу попробовать сделать вот так. Что, как далеко достают пары, можно попробовать использовать машину здесь. Найс. Все, пойдем. Отчевочка за то, что одержимых сбил. Энное количество. Не буду тратить патроны. Да, классно, я вернулся. Тут хилка есть. Ох, через поле. Не лучшая идея, как по мне. Интересно, там что-то есть? О, там что-то есть. Здрасте. Вот я удачно пришел. Граната. Ты о чё вообще? Ау. Ладно. Фейерверки. Что это? Интересно. Кто-то что-то приготовил, я смотрю,
I'd known the
здесь.
brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Хо-хо-хо.
Al! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Чё началось?
Al! We have to fight them all! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stuffed! Al! Hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Что-то... Я не знаю. Что с графикой? Может, я что-то не настроил? Расширенные. Трава, расстояние. Да нет. О, как бы... На максимум. О! Ты чё, а то, о чем я спрашиваю? Блин, граната пока взорвется, я
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Al! We have to fight them all! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! You notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped! Al! Hold on! I'm trying to get the stage floor!
Nice. Не, ну неплохо.
Yes! Al! Stay in the light! No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Хо-хо-хо-хо. Найс. Вот вам. А, не так далеко. Как же он тут тусит? Вау! Красота!
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Да, это было круто.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
И фонарик этот новый тоже топчик. То есть он неплохо так даже просто в руке, когда его так держишь, не фокусируя луч.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Okay.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Oh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Ладно. Он забавный.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Ну, подумай, щиты. Что еще? Драккар? Что это? Да, реально драккар.
Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV.
Пробраться через сарай.
Sleep. We all spend a third of
Oh,
our dreams
Night
in its
Springs.
soft embrace.
Man,
Somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig? Your
Dreams
first
have a way
real
of
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into waking
started?
life.
Was this one of your
Vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people. Hey, Jones, right? Listen,
We're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Окей. Ладненько.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Типа, нефильтрованная вода, это, конечно, мощно. Почему они эти все камни и прочие не переместили
The
вниз?
Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Ладья. Сами вы ладья. Это дракар, алё. Вон у него даже драконы, в честь которых в целом назван так, корабль на носу. Ладья. Сами вы. Эх. Воу. Откуда вы так набежали? Ну, фонарик этот, конечно, топчик. Жалко, что, скорее всего, его отберут. Опять эти чудики ускоренные. Контрольная точка вместе с этим живым. Да, конечно. Да я за тобой должен бегать, что ли? Серьезно? Ладно. Надеюсь, не придется проверять, жив он или нет после загрузки игры, если случайно помру. движется. Ау. Ладно. Там еще машина. Я думал, она полетит в меня, но, видимо, нет. Видимо, она просто, чтобы переградить дорогу, хотя... Ну ладно, ладно. И погнали.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
Что там орешь? Это ты топаешь? Я надеюсь. Я слышу какие-то шаги. В укрытие.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Я все еще слышу шаги.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Кто-то носится.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Я же знаю, что вы здесь, я же слышу. О, музыка классная. За эту музыку у меня видео на ютубе заблочено в некоторых странах. Но музыка хорошая. Так, квасныки. Что? О! Серьезно? Капец. Что только не придумает. Последняя флешка мне пригодилась. Жалко, флешек больше не будет. Я так понимаю. Жесть. Блин, а может мне сходить в дом? Давайте сходим в дом. Я думаю, мы туда и пойдем, но, видимо, нет. Ведь там может быть что-то интересное. А, меня не выпустят с поля. Ну, давайте попробуем толкнуть. Может быть, ворота откроются. Но если нет. О. Тру-ту-тунь. Это. Этот ключик.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Привет.
Hey, let's go, man.
Let's go.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
И как? А, с другой стороны.
Hey,
Мы могли бы
I think that's the
отмыться.
farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Вальхалла. Мгм.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Блин, прикольно.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Ага. А где он может быть?
Power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
В подвале? На крыше? Где? Предохранителя. Судя по радару, где-то наверху. А это дерево. Казалось, что там что-то темное и зловещее за окном.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye
Старые
on the
боги
clinic. They
знают
seem to slip
чего?
away a lot so they can get wasted.
Kidding?
Знают
Those
правду.
guys sound awesome.
Старые боги знают правду. Правду написано.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh? Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason.
Я думал, мы сюда за самогоном пришли.
That's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
О, привет, Экс. Да, пропустил.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
То есть мы будем все-таки самогон этот пить. Ясно.
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Боже, этот манекен.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Ага. Он спит или нет с открытыми глазами? О, опять мы здесь. О, а я летать могу?
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
Ага.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Так.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Я не
Maybe
вижу.
she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Так. А ну-ка, а ну-ка.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so.
Дверь сейчас
she's
закроет.
dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Бонус Денхиня. А самого Денхиня у тебя нет?
Write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript
У него
was the ransom
интересный
for her.
конус. А так смысл Battle Pass? Для Battle Pass это крутки
Yes.
делать, там и так
Alright.
недели
I'll
за
fix
2 максимальный
her
уровень
back.
набирается. Вау.
No, I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Ага, то есть это все-таки не совсем Барбара.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Ну, хоть ел, интересно.
It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Вон оно что.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Пам-пам-пам.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna
Давай,
pay
Экс.
for it.
Удачного трансформа от тебя.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
А, мы в полиции.
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Bride's Dinner. В Bride's Dinner?
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Держись, все будет нормально.
I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Ow.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute.
I know
Oh.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
I can get the emergency power on.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
За рекурсия. Here. Here. Ой. О, кофе. Пойду окошко закрою. Да. Окей, пойдем. А где Барри? Ты что, бессмертный?
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper.
На электростанции,
Come on,
вон что.
let's get back to your friend. Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No!
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha.
Начни
Oh, hey,
ключи.
that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
Это такая пицца. Такая, я хочу пиццу. Я тоже хочу пиццу, на самом. Не могу его осуждать.
Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Так, ну я помню, где тут... Выход на крышу должен быть. Может, это бывали, а уже в одной из глав. Во второй, что ли? Да, может, и в первой. Не помню. Ау. Внезапно. Вы чё, блин? Так, вроде разобрались, хорошо.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. We need to bypass the damage to the floor.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Ладненько.
Damn!
Ow.
That's smarts.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
А, да. Понял. Значит, разберемся с машиной. Ладненько. О, припасы. Пойдем. А, я должен за ней исследовать? Ну, пойдем. Да. Следовать за Сарой. Ага, следуй за Сарой. Там с той машинкой, она там застряла, да? Ладно, она не идет за мной, хорошо. Вообще странно, что она не кричит, типа, лечь на землю. Вот это вот все, что полицейские должны делать. Просто расстреливает. Либо она что-то знает, либо это как-то странно. Потому что это блестит. Bride's dinner. Фонарик хороший. Ну, получше, чем мы.
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me.
Дважды добавить лайм
During
кокос.
this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now. Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Whoa. Ладно, пойдем. Ты же открыла? Открыла. Follow. Да, ребят, follow на канал. Не забывайте.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
Воу. Кстати, странно, что среди них женщины. Ну, мне так кажется. Мне кажется, этим мне вообще пофигу. Кого делать и держу. Это как зомби, знаете, в некоторых играх почему-то нет женщин-зомби. А почему? Как это работает? Ох.
Wake, over here! There's light!
Там тоже есть свет. Видимо, меня туда не пустят, там огорожено.
I have a key. Watch my back, Wake.
It's an ambush.
No, you don't! Right there!
Окей, отбились вроде. Хотя, по-моему, там... Ох ты ж. Давай, держим его. Ох. Шериф добьешь? Найс. Идем.
Let's go, Wake.
Только тебя и жду.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury-rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building, near the main entrance.
Gotcha.
Ладно, блин, стукнуло бы и стукнуло.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer. The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Так, мы про это читали. Мгм. О, да. Это не надо.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
И флешки еще.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
Машина летит.
Barry, look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Ладненько. О, там какие-то прожекторы. Тун-тун-тун-тун-тун. Да, как экономить их. Блин, странно, что пистолет другой не дают. Я думал, дадут. Ладно.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Get the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Ладненько. Мы наверх не
They're
пойдем.
really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own. Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness. Writing.
Сверху что? Ну, я так понимаю, мы на электростанцию рано или поздно пойдем. И сейчас мы идем... Или мы прямо сейчас идем, просто через... через
I don't
магазин
see
идем.
Barry.
Look, Wake. Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
Я что? Я что-то... Интересно, оно через стены работает. Ну, ракетница это полезно. Пригодится. Вот в детской песочнице просто кофе. Мне чтоб на лавочке, там, где, типа, родители должны сидеть. Прям возле песочницы. Пахнем. Пойдем.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Ладненько.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Да. Чего? 3 удара подряд просто? Серьезно? Едь. Это ненормально. Есть. А можно мне ружье взять, пожалуйста? Можете, когда ракетницы не пронесли, надо, наверное, в пол, чтобы их вспышка именно озарила.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break. Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Ага.
No, you don't.
Ладненько.
Shooting. No, you don't. Ah!
Не люблю этих ребят. Фух. Ладно.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Let's go.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Ёлан. Ах ты ж. Не успел зарядить. Ага. О, хорош.
Guess that one saw the light, huh?
А, как ярко.
You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Не могу его осуждать, вдруг и поможет, правда. Не совсем понимаю, как она у него работает. От чего, но ладно.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license or cleared for departure.
Что там мигает?
No offense, Sheriff.
Ну, 2 выстрела из пистолета стоят того, чтобы 2 флешки взять. Она сказала фриз впервые. Воу! Я думал, мы его грохнули.
Oh, I'm never gonna get used to this.
Да ладно, ты неплохо держишься вроде.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Внутрь можно? Ну. Ладненько. Ау. Блин, потише сделаю. Ужас просто. Еще одну на вас флешку. Пойдем. Будто это так просто. Капец. Какого черта? Сделал дело, гуляй смело, он сказал. Ау. Ладно, наверное, возьму. Сказать, наверное, возьму дробовик, ну или марновато. Держите. Хватай, дробовик. Воу. Чуть не проткнуло нафиг.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
I hope you know how to deal with this, Wake. I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right, the city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Там ворон. А, у меня все. Опять у меня все забрали. Да за что? Тьма носит ее лицо. Тьма контролирует содержимых. как мне пройти.
I had to do something about the chain for the door to open.
Ну, выстрелить в нее это. Прикольно, она вспышек. Проявляются эти надписи. Ау. Нормально. Я просто в первый раз, видимо, не заметил, что я взял только одну пачку патронов. Я почему-то думал, что я сразу типа на максимум себе восстанавливаю оттуда. Ладно, ничего. Хилимся, живем. Неприятно, что меня все забирает, и каждый раз надо все по новой собирать, но что поделать. То есть иногда это логично обставляют, а иногда, как сейчас, я не понимаю, почему я без всего.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the old gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, you know, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War. This is good.
Ow. Кайф. Застрял в ящиках там.
And here's a new song from a band that
Еще двое. Вот здоровяка. А, ну, у меня уже 15. Батареек, ладно. Тогда. Что ж с вами не так? Ух. Гранат бы побольше. Ну, в смысле, фаеров. Я бы... Очень спасает от того, что тебя так окружают сильно. Потому что не всегда удобно маневрировать. Проще их отогнать от себя этим фаером.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
И как мы это сделаем? Почему мы вообще сюда приземлились? Пофигу, что нельзя. У нас чрезвычайная ситуация. Разве нет? Мгм. Так. Ну, одну гранату нашли. Я вообще надеялся, что смогу его отогнать куда-нибудь на электрокабеле, но, видимо, нельзя. Вау! Чё? Так. Всё? Рано, рано. О, найс. Патроны не тратим. Ну, можно так много кого заманивать. Плюс я там хилюсь от цвета. Это тоже неплохо.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now...
О, все-таки можно его отогнать на кабеле. Ау. Давайте я тут не помру, пожалуйста. Ладно. Окей. Я понял, как их толкать. Окей. Я думал светом, а надо в них просто стрелять оружием, пока ты с них тьмы не снял, и их просто оттолкнет. Да. Ну, хоть сейчас понял. Лучше поздно, чем никогда, как говорится.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
Вот каков его план. Что тут происходит? Это он выскочил на меня. Ладно, пойдем на улицу. Стоять нет, скорее всего. Могу их тут. Просто не жалеем батареек на них. Да? Когда мне там надо спрыгнуть? Не понимаю, зачем здесь вообще этот механизм с вращающимся мостом.
Are we men dreaming of being butterflies or butterflies that dream of being men? Such philosophical concerns are by necessity abstract. And yet, some of us can find concrete proof of the nature of our existence in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me?
Oh, Lydia, thank God you're here. Please, it's in the basement.
Martha. Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't it just? I found it here this morning.
It's like it isn't there, but
straight at it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
How did you get here?
Well, I'm trying to work.
Did you put this thing here?
In a way. To be more precise, I put everything here but that.
Really? But what is it?
Oh, I guess the temptation is to call it a hole, but it's really an absence, a profound lack of reality.
In Martha's basement?
Yes, it was doing so well, too. I came up with 2 old ladies and put something really weird in the basement. It was a great start. I'm completely locked now. I can't imagine what I was up to.
Well, surely it's just an ordinary basement.
Is it? Why did you call your friend here, then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Couldn't you just ignore it?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would probably turn into a plot hole. Might be one already. Could sink the whole enterprise.
Oh my.
Что происходит?
Listen, ladies, not to be rude, but I'm really not at all sure where I'm going with this, and you're just not helping. You should just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to.
Well, if you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic? Is that too moronic? Indeed. Who can tell? It's a fine line between the stupid and the
Серьезно.
sublime. Night Springs.
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. I'll give you support.
Если ты не могла меня вот сюда высадить, например. Так, ну допустим. Это слабенько. Так. Блин, эти топорики. Ау. Спокойно. Куда она делась? Что улетела? Ну ладно, как отбились. А, просто пролетела, куда ей там надо было. Помощница. Ладно. Мы почти добрались. Ого, тут рубень. Сколько ж вас здесь? Прикольно, что фонарик светит, ну то есть с уроном для них, даже когда ты ничего особо не делаешь.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
А, да, факел. Было такое. Whoa.
Right there! Miss Weaver! Cynthia! I'm a friend!
Prove it!
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song! You can help me!
About time! Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
А смысл выключать свет? Мне ж...
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Секунду. Это все
Will it
соберу.
help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the
О,
cabin?
фонарик.
Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, hmm? No, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe.
По той трубе огромной мы пойдем.
Damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Так, ну... Окей. Ладно. Сзади никого. О, нет. Да сколько можно? Это типа местные работники электростанции или кто? В этих дождевичках.
I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades.
Правило номер 1. Никогда не выходить на улицу ночью. Ну-ка.
I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
Ага. Окей. Надо так, чтобы первый и второй был включен. Или как? А, я потом смогу, наверное, разблокировать проход на вторую, да? Тогда мне... Нет? Правило номер 2. Держать свет включенным. Вы не понял. Управление шлюзом. Я ничего не понимаю, честно говоря. Ну, типа... Я думаю, мне надо как-то освободить типа, дверцу вот эту изнутри. Не похоже. Или мне надо типа как-то решить загадку, чтобы все 3 выехали. Ну, вот так вот. Окей. Я думал, там просто какие-то переключатели или вот эти дверцы можно будет открыть. Ну ок. Это оказалось чуть-чуть проще, чем я думал. Там себя перехитрил. Вау! Такой ничего не видели. Это за ловушка Джокера была.
The transformer yard went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
Ну, допустим. Ок, я хотел его затолкать в электричество, но... Ладно. Я просто... Постараюсь выиграть себе времени и свалю. Драться вот это еще с ними. Ага.
This way, young man. Follow me. Come, come. The pipe's empty now. We're ready to go. This way. We need to go. I knew them both, Tom and Barbara. I had such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous. There was a part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing, and and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world.
Его.
He was so famous.
Что за ковер?
And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I
Я
felt.
проклинаю
Knew I
тебя,
wouldn't
Тома
refuse
Зейн.
him. I built
Или
the
будь
well-lit
проклят,
room
Тома
in
Зейн.
It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, from beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain. This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Поздно ты как-то.
Barry,
там есть
we're
сигнал.
headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! Sweet love!
Barry!
Ничего, упали?
Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
Что это за прыжок?
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
Well lit room. Или
Sarah
white
was room.
room.
Almost starting to relax.
Lit.
Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
Блин, они реально разбились. Капец их там. Ну, вроде почти добрались. Куда надо. Фонарик хороший. Можно за один заход их сжечь при удачном раскладе. Главное, достаточно близко их подпустить к себе. Чтобы хватило времени.
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
Наверное, после этой главы закончу. Такая долгая на самом деле. Да, удивлен. О, совсем рядом.
Hang in there, I'm coming!
Да капец, вы чё? Вот эти серии ударов, они такие неприятные. Все, может быть, один удар еще и немного наносит. Но 3 это уже серьезно.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
О, патроны, хорошо. Это мне пригодится. Я думаю, они впереди. Ты знаешь, поднимемся.
What the hell is that thing? It's everywhere! Oh crap, there's more than one of them!
Nothing moves like that. It's impossible.
Ah!
Too fast. I can't get a shot.
Нормально.
Was that it? Are we safe?
Да, с двумя вообще неприятно, но нас тоже больше в этот
Hey,
раз.
Al, I got a bad feeling. Let's
keep our eyes
take a
open.
break, huh? Al, let's be careful, huh?
Wait, call the elevator. I'm keeping watch.
I think I hear something moving around.
О, еще ракетница.
Heads up! Here they come!
Oh no! Oh no!
Вау, не то. Когда поднимаешь ракетницу, она тебя основным оружием в руках становится. Давай, Алкасаур, помогай.
Just hold on.
О, как ярко. За что так ярко-то?
We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Барон Мюнхгаузен, а там Бигфут, сказали.
Let's be careful, okay?
Oh, jeez, I hate this.
Okay, Wake. There's a button over there that opens the door.
Она.
I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Ясно, сейчас они зайдут, и я буду один отбиваться, ну. О.
What's going on? We can get to the dam through here. What's happening out there?
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Okay, Wake. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Ow! Please be careful.
I'll take good care of Barry, Wake.
Куда мне надо идти? Ах, как ярко.
Down, boy.
Лежать, говорит.
Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain.
Прикольно тут. Да какого? Не успел увидеть, а уже навыхватывал от них. Некрасиво это.
I was ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could only
Убить четверых из ракеты. Я не знаю, кстати, как вот эта вот фокусировка работает. Если я понимаю, на некоторых фонариках такое есть. Да. Тут и на машинах, и на всем вообще это. Нет, он что-то там застрял. Пойду сам с ним разберусь тогда. Зачем вы так делаете, разработчики? Отвратительно. Просто тихо, 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 а потом вот это вот на полсекунды тебе по ушам как долбанет. Это не страшно, это неприятно и больно. Выдохся. Класс, меня... Я отрикошетил от ящика. Все под контролем.
You made it. Well done. I'm glad I was wrong. But it was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There is no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe, and all the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Но все равно может быть брак какой-нибудь. Разве нет?
There's an old army base at Raincoat Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
А всем пофигу, да, что бабулька тут это вот все делает?
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Thomas Zane его написал.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Балдеж.
White crippled wings beating the sky. The harbingers of war with their nature revealed, and our chances flowing by. If I can let the
ладно, давайте на этом закончим на сегодня.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Спасибо, что смотрели. Я закину эту серию на YouTube, как и все остальное за последнее время. Так что, если что-то пропустили, можете пересмотреть там. Так, хорошего вам вечера и продолжим. И, скорее всего, закончим завтра. Хотя я видел, там еще какие-то DLC-шные есть миссии. Но посмотрим. Посмотрим, как там. Насколько это затянется. Думаю, попробую пройти DLC-шные. Так что, как минимум, сюжет завтра добьем. Обязательно. Завтра и увидимся. Пока-пока.